Against Gautam Adani and group executives in the United States remain our top focus. Adani stocks recovered a day after a massive sell-off led to the erosion of close to 2.3 lakh crore rupees worth of investor wealth. 6 of the 10 Adani Group stocks ended in the green today. Meanwhile, reports suggest that the market regulator is looking into whether the Adani Group flouted rules by failing to disclose that the US government was investigating bribery allegations against Gautam Adani and other group executives. Here's a quick recap of what transpired. A US court indicted Gautam Adani, his nephew, Sagar Adani, and several other officials for allegedly bribing Indian government officials to obtain solar energy contracts. According to the indictment, Adani allegedly paid bribes to the tune of over 2,000 crore rupees. This included an alleged bribe of 1,750 crore rupees to a high-ranking official in the Andhra Pradesh government who has not been named. In a separate indictment, the US Securities Market Regulator claims Gautam Adani personally met with the then Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy in August 2021. Jagan Mohan Reddy's YSR Congress said that there was no direct agreement between Andhra Pradesh's power discom companies and any Adani Group firm. The party said that the power sale agreement was signed between Solar Energy Corporation and state discoms. SECI, a central public sector enterprise, is the procurement intermediary between companies and power discoms. Hormuz Fatakia joins us now. Hormuz, a lot happening at the Adani counter.
A lot happening indeed. It was a very volatile day for all the Adani Group companies. They opened lower, there was a bit of a recovery, then they fell again from the highs of the day. And then around about 10:30, 11 o'clock, we got the news that GQG, which is one of Adani Group's biggest investors at the height of the Hindenburg scandal in 2023, they announced a share buyback, which was $65 million or 100 million Australian dollars. And in light of that news, GQG shares, which are listed in Australia, they went up 16%, but by the close of trading there, their stock was also off the highs of the day. They also ended around 4% higher. So around 8 Adani Group stocks ended with gains in today's trading session. Energy Solutions, Green were the ones that still continued to end with losses. And S&P came out with a note earlier this morning. They mentioned that they are revising the outlook on Adani Ports and one of the units of Adani Green to negative. And this may restrict a lot of the funding access from the overseas markets for a lot of these entities. And they will need regular access to equity and debt funding simply because they have elaborate growth plans and also to regularly refinance their existing debt, and that's why they mentioned that. But S&P also wrote in their note that the Adani companies, if they are the ones that they cover, are built on long-established infrastructure assets with strong fundamentals and cash flow. But if the allegations are proven to be true, it can have some bearing on the operations. JP Morgan too came out with a note, and they also say some things on similar lines, that the developments can essentially curtail their group's funding access overall in the offshore bond market, and especially for Adani Green Energy, which has near-term maturities of over 9,500 crores in the second half of the financial year. Adani Energy too has around $500 million of a US dollar bond which is due in August of 2026. And this recent developments may see the exit of some global investors because of this recent judgments. So it was a volatile day for the Adani Group stocks. It was a recovery, but not a recovery at the same time.
Right. Thank you very much, Hormuz, for joining us with that important update. This is a story that we continue to follow very, very closely, and the opposition also asking questions of the government. The US government has